You both look lovely, and it looks like you're having a blast.
We are, Nancy.
We
We
are
are.
having a
We
wonderful
are.
time.
Now, it is an exciting day to be doing press and talking about this beautiful project. You guys are a perfect example about how behind every great man there's a great woman, because without that woman's support, it may not have been the same.
Mm-hmm.
It would not have been the same.
I believe that
It would
wholeheartedly.
not.
Mm.
Yeah, I think what's wonderful is from the beginning, the showrunners and producers made a real strong effort to say we're taking them. Literally, Gina would say the goal is to take them from behind the men and put them beside them. That was the selling point,
Mm-hmm.
right by each other's side as equals, and having throughout the 8 episodes getting an understanding of how equally yoked these women were to these men, and how necessary that was for the men to have led such great movements and the women to therefore continue their legacies thereafter.
There was even a scene where someone says to Corette that she was much more than what she appeared. So it stood out very much, and people very much
Mm-hmm.
embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
What scene was that? I can't remember.
That was on the second episode, I
Oh,
think.
yes. With
Oh,
Rustin. With Rustin.
oh,
Yes, I think with Rustin.
oh, not Daddy King.
No. Okay. No, no, not Daddy King. Daddy King had jokes
Yes,
all
right.
the time.
Yeah.
Was there a question in there? I'm so sorry. I got distracted.
No, the series definitely emphasized how the women were strong personalities aside
Yes.
of these two gentlemen. So
Hmm.
you guys played a perfect example of being a great woman next to great men. But now, can you talk a little bit of each character and getting to the opportunity to portray these personalities?
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive feat to take on, such huge shoes to fill. And so there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, but also a lot of excitement coming into this, taking on these massive roles to, breathe our understanding of their lives into these characters. But it's such an honor, definitely, to be able to partake in a project such as this, and something that is showing a different side of these men and their wives. A lot of the times, the stuff that we have seen about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King has just been about them as men of the movements. But in this series, we get to see them as husbands, as friends, as siblings. Oh yes, we do see them as
Mm-hmm.
siblings. And so it's nice to see them as fathers as well, because they were not just one-dimensional people. They had they were multifaceted in many
Yeah.
parts of their lives. And so this series, I think, does a great job of showing them as human beings, and giving us an idea of the stuff they went through, and how those parts of them also help to make them the icons that we all have come to know and love.
Yeah.
What was it like for you in reading the script? There were some scenes just from me watching where it was upsetting to see the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel and as you read the script?
Um, I have to be honest. I think before even accepting the role, I had a lot of questions about the series. I had a lot. And it was upon reading the pilot that all my questions were put to ease, because the pilot alone showed that everybody that was on board and behind this project would do, were taking such great care of all four of these individuals, and breathing a new life into the storytelling and the way we tell the stories of um, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And that kept happening with each episode that I read. I just kept falling more and more in love with the series. I
Mm.
really did. I mean, it's the first time we get to see these two men side by side, right? We get to see them. I call it that they are speaking to each other throughout history. And they really were in
Mm.
their lives. It's almost as if their lives echoed each other. And that was something that the showrunner, Damien and Raph, I talked to them a lot about. Is like that echo. And they really captured that through each episode, the ways in which they echoed each other.
Yes.
Um, and it further proved the point that it's not about either or. Oftentimes they're pitted against each other and we feel like we have to pick, are you a Martin Luther King or are you a Malcolm X? And this show, I think, does a really wonderful job of showing it's a both and.
Yes.
That both were necessary to reach the audiences that the other one couldn't reach, right? And that the movement wouldn't have been what it was if it was exempt of either one, right? So yeah, I think that answered the question. I actually don't know.
I think you answered
Okay.
it, yeah.
You guys are good. Thank you so much. Congratulations for this project. I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
finish the series.
Yes,
Yay.
thank you.
Thank you.